MIT Informatics Tournament 2025-26 Winter Contest. My name is Alex Fan, and I am the president of MIT Squared.
And I'm Laura Zhang, the MIT Squared Events Director. We're thrilled you're joining us for the third edition of the MIT IT Winter Contest.
Whether you're here with us in person or competing remotely from across the globe, welcome. We are so glad you could join us here today.
For some of you, this contest is familiar territory. For others, it may be your first step into this world of competitive programming. Wherever you are on this journey, we're honored and excited to share this experience with you.
And that's really what MIT Squared is all about. Building a community of competitive programmers across all levels, anchored here at MIT. We hope that today you will not only enjoy solving the problems, but also take the opportunity to meet people, exchange ideas, and build connections that might just last beyond this contest.
Today is the culmination of countless hours from our organizers, and nothing makes that effort more rewarding than seeing all of you here ready to compete. So, on behalf of the entire team, we'd like to give a huge thank you for being part of our community.
Now, before we dive into contest details, we would like to thank our amazing sponsors. We are so grateful for their continued support for the competitive programming community. Without them, this contest would not exist.
Shout out to Jump Trading, 0x Park, Solaris, HRT, Citadel, GSA Capital, J Street, and 5 Rings. Representatives from GSA, Solaris, and Jump Trading are also here today at our contest. Feel free to come meet them during lunch and the breaks.
Now, we would like to welcome Jump Trading, who have supported us since the very beginning of our contest, to share more about their work. So let's please give it up for Sam Keller from Jump Trading.
Welcome everyone. Thanks for getting up early on a Sunday morning and calling in from your multitude of time zones. So yes, I'm from Jump Trading. So some of y'all may have heard of us, and potentially not. We are a proprietary trading firm. So what that means is we participate in markets worldwide, every exchange, every asset class. We have traders and researchers looking into different patterns on ways that we can potentially make automated trades. So for Jump, we started back in 1999. Both of our founders were originally hit traders in Chicago. So once upon a time, markets and exchanges all existed physically in person somewhere. So you've probably seen some photos, like New York Stock Exchange or Chicago Mercantile Exchange of very, very large pits of people all trying to place trades competitively by hand. So that's where both of our founders started trading. And the industry and technology, like more broadly worldwide, has changed dramatically in the last 25 years, especially in the last few years, and that has affected the trading landscape. So everything that was happening pre-2000 no longer exists, and the biggest thing is that our founders have always been really looking ahead at what the next groundbreaking piece of technology that's going to change the industry is. So just a very fun example we like to go back to that kind of shows you how much things have changed. But back in the 90s, headsets and being able to actually talk to someone who's maybe in a different part of the building was actually an innovation once upon a time. So our founders were some of the first folks in Chicago to actually start wearing headsets, and one person part of the exchange seeing prices on a different section than the other. They'd exchange information back and forth quicker than competitors, and we can start to get edge that way. Getting into the early 2000s, all the exchanges started to get digitized and actually moved things to computers. That's where click trading started. So you actually have some humans on the floor, some humans and computers in the room upstairs exchanging information, and then just placing the trades very, very quickly by hand. And as we got further and further into this, we realized there's actually if you don't have to manually click, but you're doing a lot of the same style of trade. Well, if you can make this systematic or develop some type of simple algorithm to place all those trades without having to actually click them out human, then you can really expand your scope pretty dramatically without actually changing team size all that much. So getting into the early 2000s, every exchange worldwide goes fully digital, And now it also didn't matter where you were necessarily. You could be in Chicago and see what's happening in London, Tokyo, Singapore, New York, and that's where the speed game in trading really took off. So if you get information on what's happening in London quicker than anyone else in Chicago, then the market's going to change, and you can make predictions quicker than all of your competitors. So actually, during this era, we built out our own microwave grid around the world. So have our microwave towers, built some of the fastest fiber paths between New York, Chicago, digging tunnels under the Appalachian Mountains, and you have to go around Lake Erie, unfortunately, and some other things that we can talk about. But a lot of our network engineers, especially from that era, have some fun stories of skiing in the Alps and other locations to put a tower here versus wherever the competitors had theirs. And getting into the 2010s, essentially the more people you have doing this, the more traffic there is in the markets, the more complex the modeling and competitive environment gets. So that's when Jump, alongside a lot of other competitors in the space, started to go out and hire a bunch of math and physics PhDs, folks who do large-scale, complex modeling all the time, and it's directly applicable within the space. So that's where they quant trading or quant research as a blanket term for what a lot of folks do really took off in the industry. And in the early 2010s is when we expanded our infrastructure not only to have all the communication networks worldwide, but started to build our own very large on-prem supercomputing data centers. So bought our first GPUs from NVIDIA back in 2012. First one just lived under someone's desk in the office and was plugged in. It was hey, maybe these things will be good at running large-scale compute. And I think, NVIDIA is doing quite well today because they are very good at that. And actually, as of 2017, once upon a time, we did have the 5th largest cluster in the world. That was back when 6,000 GPUs was a big deal. So today, we're still orders of magnitude, tens of thousands, but not quite at the scale of Meta and some of the other cloud providers that have hundreds of thousands to millions of GPUs. So getting into where things are now, the predictive modeling space is more complex than ever, and linear regressions and some small fast models can still be quite useful in different use cases. But there are new model architectures coming out every day, it feels. And we were just at NERDS last week, 29,000 people at that conference, biggest AI conference ever. And that conference has already doubled in size in the last year, and has gone from probably a few hundred people 15 years ago to 29,000 plus, and still couldn't fit everyone who's working in the space. And historically, we're known for being really, really proficient at high frequency trading. So that's nanosecond time horizon predictions and execution, where the technology stack, we own pretty much everything in-house and develop our own FPGAs and ASICs chips. But there are also a lot of opportunity on more seconds to hour-long predictions, which require different styles of research, and any asset class you can think of, from crypto to sports betting and Kalshi and other fun predictive marketplaces. And the technology piece is more important than ever. So we've got folks from hardware and system side, network engineers, and lots of competitive programmers like yourself as well, writing all the software to connect these things in an extremely fast and efficient way. So we've been watching these competitions for a long time, because folks with your interest and skill set tend to do quite well in our industry. So competitive programming requires rapid implementation and debugging. Exchanges sometimes change their rules, which can change actually the entire software stack. So if the rule set gets updated on a Sunday, then you might need to rewrite a whole lot of things by Monday morning to get things back in production. And since 2017, we've had a lot of competitive programmers join Jump over the years. So 35 plus participants, a couple ICP World Finals winners, and plenty of Putnam and IMO medalists as well. So got a lot of folks like that in the firm. And we'll end it there, but good luck today, everyone. And we'll be outside of the booth alongside some other sponsors who will come and talk to us about anything you're interested in.
Thank you, Sam, once again for the incredible speech. Let's please give him another round of applause.
Now, onto the logistics. Right after the opening ceremony, we'll have the beginner workshop and the advanced division individual round. After that, we'll have some breathing room to get lunch and debrief. We'll have the second round and then break, where you can talk with our amazing sponsors, go on a campus tour, or just hang out. This is also our protest period, where you can request rejudges if there are potential errors during the contest. Last, and certainly not least, we'll celebrate your successes at our closing ceremony. Here are some resources you can reference if you run into any issues today. If you haven't joined a Discord yet, please scan the QR code now, as we'll be sending live updates in the Discord. You can also check our website for the general schedule and locations.
To ensure everyone has a fair and enjoyable experience, we've divided the contest into 2 divisions, beginner and advanced. If you're in USICO Gold or below, or have a code force rating of under 2100, we recommend the beginner division. For those in USICO Platinum or higher, the advanced division is where you'll find the challenge you're looking for. We may enforce that teams join the advanced division if the majority of your team members satisfy the recommended advanced requirements. And don't worry, if you're unsure which division to join, please create a ticket on our Discord server, and one of our organizers will reach out.
For beginner division candidates, stay in this room for a workshop and a few practice problems. For those in the advanced division, you should have received your contest rooms during check-ins and your contestant profile. Your contest rooms are in this building or nearby, so follow the signs for navigation. Now, the part that everyone is looking forward to, prizes. We'll be awarding winners in 6 divisions. For the advanced division, the top 5 individuals and top 5 teams from the open, high school, and online open divisions will be recognized on stage. And among them, the top 3 teams will receive monetary prizes. For the beginner division, the top 3 teams from the open and high school divisions will be recognized. And among them, the top 2 will receive monetary prizes. So, no matter what division you're in, there are plenty of opportunities to win and have fun.
In terms of the actual ranking, scores are first sorted by the sum of your points across all problems. In the case of ties, they are broken by the sum of the penalty times of the last submission that increased your score per problem. There's no penalty for wrong submissions, so please don't be afraid to take risks. Just remember, there is a submission limit of 20 submissions per problem, and a rate limit of 2 submissions per minute. In terms of allowed resources, basically everything is fair game. You're welcome to use any materials published on the internet before the contest. However, AI tools such as ChatGPT, Gemini, or Copilot are strictly prohibited. And that concludes our opening ceremony. As a reminder, for beginners, please stay in this room for the beginner workshop. For those in the advanced division, you should have received your contest rooms assignment during check-in at your contestant profile. Please scan the check-in QR code if you have not already. Your contest rooms are in the same building or nearby, so please follow the signs for navigation. If you do not have a team and would like to be matched, please come to the front after the opening ceremony. Otherwise, let the MIT Informatics Tournament Winter Contest commence. Good luck, happy coding, and let's make some memories.